Hello and welcome back to FilmBook Review, an official YouTube channel of FilmBook. Featured in Google News, IMDb's news desk, and a member of the Critics' Choice Association, FilmBook is an entertainment industry news website that reports on the film and television show industries in the United States and across the world. Today on FilmBook Review, I'll be reviewing the film Palm Trees and Power Lines, a movie that screened at the 2022 Sundance Film Festival. Palm Trees and Power Lines is directed by Jamie Dack, written by Jamie Dack and Audrey Findlay, and stars Lily McInerney, Jonathan Tucker, Gretchen Mol, Armani Jackson, and Auden Thornton. This is a Palm Trees and Power Lines movie review, and there will be spoilers. If you like our movie reviews, please like this Palm Trees and Power Lines film review, as that helps us out with YouTube's algorithm, and consider subscribing. Once subscribed, click the bell notification box, and you're all set. Please also consider becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/filmbook. Sometimes flair is just that, unnecessary stylish accoutrement. Sometimes all you need to get the point across is to say it plainly. Sometimes that plainness makes certain things seem normal, and then, once you realize that, the thematic and emotional whitewashing of normalcy becomes all the more apparent. The lack of flair can be, in and of itself, a striking style. This is the case with Jamie Dack's feature debut Palm Trees and Power Lines, a simple yet no-holds-barred approach to abuse that implies an unfortunate, damning sense of normalcy. Lee spends her summer vacation as any teenager would, smoking weed, hooking up with boys, and sunbathing in the California sun. With only an emotionally distant mom at home, who spends as much time as she does filtering through partners, Lee stays out as much as she can for fear of catching her future reflection. When some dine and dash shenanigans don't go as planned, the passing by Tom helps her escape the restaurant's reprimands. Tom tries to be open and friendly after the restaurant encounter, but given his vast age difference and stranger status, Lee is unsurprisingly wary. Yet her infatuation with him continues to grow, and her annoyance with her friend's lack of maturity causes her to drift away into Tom's arms. Lee thinks she's getting the adult-like attention and respect she deserves with Tom, and is more than willing to play the girlfriend to his strong protector archetype. Her obsession with him blinds Lee to numerous red flags, besides the already glaringly obvious one, and by the time she makes them out, it might be too late for her to reverse course. Even if you haven't seen her short film from 2018 that shares the same name, as well as some short recreations and parallel themes, you can see where the feature-length version of Palm Trees and Power Lines is going. No, it's not a queasy mumblecore romance, nor a melodramatic exploitation, as its washed-out palette and lackadaisical design might suggest. Regardless of movement non-conformity, though, there's really only a few possible ways that Lee's story can go, and from the start we know, and the film doesn't argue otherwise, which way that's gonna be, the worst one. Palm Trees and Power Lines is frillless and straight to the point, and while that's not immediately captivating, it's ultimately inescapable. Dack eschews showiness for directness, revealing the severity of Lee's predicament as the slow and spiraling entrapment it is. Her matter-of-fact approach offers no fantastical allure to Lee and Tom's relationship. But Lee doesn't know that, and part of the tragedy is watching her story unfold and being unable to help her. The film's blunt but nearly emotionless presentation of grooming and child sexual abuse prods the boundaries of Haneke-like edginess, making us question our complicity in such viewership and also question whether Dack is inadvertently shaming Lee for succumbing to her own coercion. But really, it's just a metaphorical reflection of our world's own feet-dragging apathy when it comes to this gendered violence, reinforced by a stinging final scene that paints our society's messed up mores and lack of proper psychological education even more starkly. By the time Lee understands the weight of her situation, it's too late for her to leave, and even by then the final scene suggests she hasn't fully grappled with it. Needless to say, we can't leave either, as the film's claws are buried too deep for us to wriggle out. While Dack's direction is the highlight of this film and rightly won her the Best Directing Award in the US Dramatic Competition at this year's Sundance, McInerney is not to be overlooked with her tempered performance. Her emulation of teen angst and misguided rebellion is affable, but so too is her vulnerability that conjures up our sympathy. She showcases this internalized balancing act only at key moments, and does so with psyche-tearing intensity. Palm Trees and Power Lines is neither an easy nor an enjoyable watch, but it is a confrontational one that uses sheer brute force to tear under your skin. It doesn't tread any new ground as a cautionary tale, but as a broad condemnation, it sure does hit hard. And that brings us to the conclusion of this Palm Trees and Power Lines movie review. I would love to hear your thoughts on it below in the comment section. If you liked what you heard during this review, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for viewing, and you can watch one of these reviews next.